Hey, it's a shame point to the word. This will be part number 19 of Our Catholics Christian. I'm trying to get some better sound quality. I'm trying to get away from doing videos in the car and stuff like that. The only problem with that is it might take longer to put these out because the car is basically all the convenience of just recording videos. I could basically do one every day if I wanted to in the car, but then again the quality kind of is poor, and also obviously safety wise. I apologize for the huge gap. I know it's been 8 days since the last video I made, but I just want to get right to it. So I want to touch on a few things. One I actually just found today is by John Paul II. This would be in August 19th, 1985. It was on a Monday. And so there's a catechism. Basically, it talks about how Muslims and Catholics are kind of united. So I do want to read this letter first, and then if you guys think that's kind of weird, I'm going to link it right to that catechism because basically it's not any different this letter that John Paul II that he was speaking to. It's it's not a one-off kind of a weird thing. It makes sense if you know the catechism. So anyway, I'll start reading. It's addressed to His Holiness, which is, just to me, irreverent of God, saying that, His Holiness, John Paul II, to young Muslims. So it starts out, I often meet young people, usually Catholics. It is the first time that I find myself with young Muslims. Christians and Muslims, they interchange Christians and Catholics. So Christians and Muslims, we have many things in common. As believers and as human beings, we live in the same world, marked by many signs of hope, but also by multiple signs of anguish. For us, Abraham is a very model of faith in God, of submission to His will, and of confidence in His goodness. We believe in the same God, the one God, the living God, the God who created the world and brings His creatures to their perfection. So they try to find a commonality, and that's what they always do. And so they're like, oh, you guys like Abraham? We like Abraham too. So, So they have to find that common ground, and so that's Abraham. So it continues, it is therefore towards this God that my thought goes and that my heart rises. It is of God Himself that above all I wish to speak with you of Him, because it is in Him that we believe, you Muslims and we Catholics. So, and I want to bring up that catechism, so you see that they're yoking up Muslims with Catholics. So I've said before in other videos, it's basically they have Vatican I, Vatican II, and it's basically Vatican I. The Catholic Church is the only church. You gotta go through us. That kind of thing. And Vatican II is just yoking everyone together. Unbelievers can be saved. The last video I went through with that, with you guys, basically saying how, as long as, you have a good heart, or, you may be saved, that kind of thing. So if you want to check out that video, that was the last one, I think part 18. But, so in Catechism 841, CCC 841, it talks in the Catechism, starting the Church's, capital C, relationship with the Muslims. The plan of salvation also includes those who acknowledge the Creator. In the first place, amongst whom are the Muslims. So it says, in the first place, amongst whom are the Muslims. These profess to hold the faith of Abraham, and together with us they adore the one merciful God, mankind's judge on the last day. So again, that's why I wanted to link that letter with that catechism, because, it's, like I said, it's not a one-off. Like, they get it from somewhere. So they use the commonality of Abraham, like, Muslims like Abraham, so, that's what they do. So just kind of to, link in, what Muslims believe, because, I mean, so, I don't know, like, I'm not well versed on, Quran or anything like that. But I think that, Christians, think to themselves, oh, Muslims, aren't Christian, and that's kind of the extent, like, of, what we think of, regarding that. So, yeah, I do want to go further, because, I don't know, it's something that I, can improve on too, because, I don't know too much about it, but I do want to quote from the Quran. Yeah, it's like from Surah, or the Quran, I think it's chapter 4, verses 157 to 158. I think that's how you, like, read that. So, it says, and for their saying, indeed, we have killed the Messiah, Jesus, the son of Mary, the messenger of Allah, and they did not kill him, nor did they crucify him, but another was made to resemble him to them. And indeed, those who differ over it are in doubt about it. They have no knowledge of it except the following of assumption, and they did not kill him for certain. So, they're basically saying that they didn't kill him. So, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, I think of Paul and how he wrote, we preach, Christ and him, crucified, you know what I mean? So right now the Quran is, saying that he wasn't killed, it was just, there was made another to resemble him to them, you know what I mean? So it's all mystical. And so the other verse saying all that, it says, rather, Allah raised him to himself, and ever is Allah exalted and mighty and wise. So he's basically saying that, no, Jesus wasn't crucified. Instead, Allah just raised him up without having to go through all that. So that's what, Muslims believe. So, I always make the claim how, Catholics, they teach another Jesus, and so do the Muslims. Like, apart from Catholicism, Muslims teach another Jesus too. And so, I do want to make those things clear, because it's very important. Because it's, kind of ignorance on our part. Like, you guys might know more about, Islam than I do. I know very little. I just know that, it's so much different, from, Christianity, that, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a no-brainer. Like, oh, Muslims don't believe in, the same God that we do. Like, that's, the extent of, my knowledge. But, I do want to, document and confirm these things too. I don't just want to, oh, well, everyone else says that, so, I guess it's true, kind of thing. So, I do want to go through all that, just to kind of show you guys, what Catholicism teaches, because it's always, I don't know, like, I'm posting these things on Facebook, and it's like, I don't know, like, I'll post it, and then, how they have, like, the emojis, people like it, or, hate it, or not hate it, but, they put, like, an angry face, or, crying, or, shocked. Like, when I post these things, like, I get a lot of shocked and angry, and I mean sad too, but, mainly likes, and so, like, what I'm going there, like, to say is basically, I would say maybe a third of all the, emojis or like that I get on these things are like, basically, um, like shocked, like, open mouth, emoji, or, angry. And so I think that's basically, because, people don't know these things. And that's why I want to share them with you guys and on Facebook and, whatnot. And so that you guys are equipped to, share these things too. And that you have it, documented. But yeah, when I share these things, I think a lot of people just, they have no idea, you know what I mean? And so I think that's why I get these shocked faces, emojis, and, angry, emojis too, because I think that people are like, oh, wow, I didn't realize, that was taught, And so I like documenting this stuff, and I like equipping people with, this information, and, obviously, um, to plant and water, um, to get this information out there to, professing Catholics too. So I don't know, this, what I do, it affects, people in different ways, whether it be, straight on, with Catholics, or with people who, know Catholics, or, have them as their family and, friends and stuff. And, Catholicism it's huge, it's in the billions. And so, I mean, like, I'm sure you guys know someone, um, or I mean, even, going into, Lutheranism too. I mean, just, it's everywhere. And so, like I said, I just want to, I want to ramble on, but like, I want to equip you guys with this information, because it's stuff that I didn't know. And I'm always learning too. Like, I have a lot of this stuff documented, but, I mean, this letter that I just read, basically read for you guys, like, I just found that today. I just documented that today. So there's always something to find. Like, but I don't know. I'll just leave it there. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.